never duplicated, the greatest show under the World of Outlaws.
Hello, race fans, and welcome to NASCAR's backyard of Charlotte Motor Speedway for the 2017 Upper Edge Racing League, their Profile Machine Products Cup Series, powered by Our Expression. Hi, I'm Tanner Sharp, and along with me in the booth tonight doing double duty is Mr. David Everly. When I say double duty, that means he's doing all the button pushing for the camera works and help me call the action. Dave, welcome to Charlotte. This is NASCAR's backyard, and I know you've had a lot of experience here at a track like this. I mean, from your experience, tell us a little bit about Charlotte.
Well, it's a great track. I love it. Fun track, fast speeds. These guys are going to put on a heck of a show here tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. And here at the Upper Edge Racing League, we've got a championship battle going on here today. That is going to be Michael Araya, who picked up his first victory a week ago. at, I believe it was at Martinsville we were at last week. Yes, it was Martinsville. Michael Laraya, his points leader with 242 points. Walker Texas Thomas Ranger, a.k.a. Walker Thomas, 218 points. That's 24 points back, so it's a comfortable lead for Laraya. Michael Fennelson, currently third in points, 210 points, 32 points back. Carl Shedd, 206 points, 36 points back. He's tied in points with Nick Massey for the fourth spot. So that's fourth and fifth place, respectively. They're tied in points. Ryan Dyson is sixth in points at 205 points. Joshua Adams, 202 points and seventh. Austin Hartenfels, 2016 Cup Series champion, is eighth in points with 186 points. Robert Kenny in ninth in points with 184. And rounding out that top 10 is Shane Tyrion with 181 points. Well, Dave, here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway, we are at NASCAR's backyard. It's a 1.5 mile racetrack with 24 degrees of banking in every single corner, turns 1, 2, 3, and 4. And this is the home of the Coca-Cola 600, the longest race of the NASCAR Monster Energy Cup Series season. And tonight we are doing 166 laps, and that weather, Dave, shouldn't be a problem. 78 degrees and 78-degree track temperature, with the winds come from 2 miles an hour. Humidity is 55% here at Charlotte. What are you looking forward to here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway? Long green flag runs, maybe some cautions? What is your prediction?
I tell you what, I think right now we are going to see long green flag runs, and I think what's going to win this race, pit strategy, getting on and off pit road. It's difficult here in Charlotte because you are coming through turns 3 and 4 with speed. You got to come down on the apron, but you also got to get that machine slowed down to be able to hit pit speed of 50 mile an hour before you hit that commitment cone. So you got to be careful entering pit road here when you are on a long green flag run.
Yeah, absolutely. You hit the nail on the head there. And folks, and drivers, by the way, if any of the drivers do, I know some drivers tend to listen to broadcasts in the background. Well, whatever you do, don't think you're in an all-star race qualifying format, because Dave, in the all-star, in reality, in the all-star qualifying format, they literally speed down pit road to get into the pit box. It's kind of a cool thing, but hopefully these guys don't do that tonight. Qualification is underway. We got about 3.5 minutes until qualification, actually 4.5 minutes until qualification ends. So far, it's Walker Thomas on the front row with Bronson Stafford in second. Corey Hoover, good to see him up there running solid. He was fifth fastest and so far in third. Joe Lawrence in fourth. Austin Hartenfels in fifth so far. So pretty good mixed bag of drivers up there, Dave. All right. So qualification is coming on. I'm expecting some green flag runs. This is a 1.5 mile racetrack, and these guys are actually run some whale lap times, Dave. Holy cow, I'm seeing a 26.944 as a top qualification speed. That is bad whammer jammer fast here at Charlotte. But what I'm looking for is long green flag runs. If we can get a long green flag run here, folks, that would change up the track position a little bit. I think, I gotta look here. I think the fuel load is 100% tonight, Dave. So we're talking about at least 55 to 60 laps on a tank of fuel, approximately, if it's 100% fuel load. All right. So, and feel free tonight here at Charlotte Motor Speedway to chat with us on YouTube, www.com/YouTube/Dre Broadcasting Network. Chat with us all night long, and maybe we'll throw in some NASCAR trivia for you, or I might throw some NASCAR trivia for you later on. I think I did last week. I think it was the caution trivia last week, Dave.
Yeah, it was definitely a caution trivia. I remember that question. So I'm sure you'll come up with something interesting. These guys might have to have their Google page open and ready to go.
I hope so, because I might try to throw out a hard one. Who knows? I might throw in a real easy one as well. I love throwing NASCAR trivia. I'm a NASCAR nut. I guess you can call me a NASCAR historian. I literally have DVDs of past races on DVD, and they're on my bookshelf. Pretty cool, but nonetheless, here at Charlotte, pole sitter so far, actually qualification is counting down. We're going to have about 2 minutes left of qualification. I am seeing this as a group qualifying session. Where is our points leader, Michael Laraya, currently in 12th? 12th place so far is Michael Laraya. Fennelson is actually right there in 13th, and I know Fennelson is fast. He had a dismal Martinsville a week ago. Kind of looking throughout the field here as well, who could be a possible threat. Carl Shed is another driver I'd like to keep an eye on tonight. Carl Shed actually won the Auto Club race earlier this season. And he's had 3 straight top 5 finishes, so he won Auto Club. The next race, I believe, was at Vegas, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was Vegas. He finished 3rd there, and Martinsville, he finished 5th. I'm going to double check that. Yeah, that was Las Vegas. That's going to be a driver to keep an eye on tonight. All right, so the checkered flag has now fallen. So guess what that means? Walker Thomas. I like to call him Walker Texas Ranger, or Walker Thomas Texas Ranger. However I call him. He's going to be sitting on the pole tonight. Bronson Stafford. Joe Lawrence is going to roll off in 3rd here, as we're going to get all gridded up and ready to go. They're only going to take 1 pace lap around this joint. Kind of seeing here throughout the field, there should be about 24 cars starting tonight. Should be. That's at least they all took a time. All 24 cars actually took a time, Dave. Holy cow!
Yes, they are now starting to get in their cars and get them lined up as we are getting ready to go green flag racing here at Charlotte Motor Speedway.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's get her gridded up here, Dave. Walker Thomas on the front row. He's going to be side by side here. Bronson Stafford, 3rd place. Joe Lawrence. Corey Hoover is going to be in 4th. 2016 Cup Series champion in the 29 machine tonight. In the, what is that? The Obsessed Gamer machine. We'll roll off 5th. That's Austin Hartenfels, 5th. Trevor Rapolo will roll off in 6th. Bradley Burke in 7th. Carl Shed will start 8th. Tom Bourne 9th. Rounding out this top 10 is Riley Grant Davis.
Starting 11th will be Rhett McBride. Michael Laraya will be starting in 12th position. Michael Fennelson starting 13th. Joseph Tice 14th. Starting 15th tonight to 21 of Adam de Blasio. Robert Kenny starting in 16th machine. 17th will be Shane Tyrion. Ryan Dyson 18th. Starting 19th, Nick Massey. And rounding out your top 20 will be Tommy Amassi.
Marvin Winfield is going to start outside the top 20 in 21st tonight. Dalton Alexander in 22nd. Joshua Adams in the 88 machine is going to roll off in 23rd. And rounding out this top 24 car field is Corey Blevins in the 25. 24 cars gridding up here at Charlotte, and this is actually, usually Charlotte Motor Speedway is actually is one of the biggest races in NASCAR. It is in NASCAR's background. All the teams are here, I think, with the exception of one team, and that is Furniture Row Racing, which is located in Denver, Colorado. Furniture Row Racing is that's Martin Truex Jr.'s team.
Well,
all right.
We are now pacing here as they are coming out of turn number 2 for the one of my favorite parts of the track, the backstretch, because these cars get some good speed, some good draft here right before they come into turn number 3.
Yeah, absolutely. And this says this is going to be a great race here tonight at Charlotte, man. I mean, there's no better races to watch than a Charlotte Motor Speedway race. That's for sure, especially when you're in NASCAR's backyard. All right, let's wind them up here, Dave. I'm going to do a little DW, actually a little Larry McReynolds and DW deal here. Well, Dave, I hope you're ready. Pull them belts tight one more time on a Thursday night for the Upper Edge Racing League. Easy, be easy, and boogity. Let's go racing at Charlotte, boys.
Yeah, it looks like Walker Thomas gets a good jump on that start. It's also the 78 machine of Joe Lawrence right there behind him. The 39, though, of Bronson Stafford kind of stuck in that high lane as he is kind of getting freight trained a little bit as he is kind of moving back there in the 4th position.
I was literally wondering if they were going to go 3 wide or not, because that looks like he might still do it. And I'm talking about that 33 machine of Corey Hoover. He looked like he was going to go 3 wide, but he thought better of it as Walker Thomas leads the first lap. Oh, car way up the hill, maybe a little early in the run for this. That is a 39 machine way up the hill. He's going to lose a couple positions because of that. That is Bronson Stafford.
As the 9 machine of Trevor Rapolo now looking underneath Bronson Stafford. Bronson just can't get down. I don't know if maybe it's a little bit of strategy. Go ahead, run that high lane, save your tires, let these guys burn their stuff up, and then catch them here late in the race.
Yeah, I don't know how big of a strategy that would be, but we'll have to keep an eye on that. We got a battle a little towards we did have a battle. Austin Hartfels was going around Bradley Burke for position on track. That would be for 3rd. A couple more battles actually mid-pack here, Dave. You got that, who's that, the 39 machine right there? Actually, no, not the 39. Who's that on the high side up there? That is the Benelson.
That's the 54 Tom Horn.
Right. I'm getting my camera angles all mixed up here right now. But yeah, he's stuck on that high side. Looks like the high side is not going to be the way to go as of right now. Maybe it might come into play, Dave, later in the race, because I know the high side can be useful down in turns 1 and 2. So as of right here, you see right here, and there's some guys are not even by that white line down there.
Yes, we are taking a look here from the spotter stand. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what the spotters are looking at when they are telling their drivers if they're clear, if they got a car high, low. This is the angle they look at. So you got to give them spotters credit because, you know, these cars are inches apart and they got to communicate with that driver to let them know, hey, you got a car down underneath or you got a car outside your 3 wide.
Yeah, definitely. And sometimes a spotter would tell a driver to calm down, but yeah, try telling a driver that one. But Joseph Tice was going around Ryan Dyson back here for the 14th spot. Otherwise, everybody's remaining pretty much single file in the early stages of this race. Oh, we got a driver in the grass. He hit the grass. That was Joshua Adams in the 88. Just touched the grass. Now, we don't want to be pulling any passing the grass moves here, Dave.
Well, it did work for Dale Sr.
Yeah, and the thing is, it was never a pass.
But it worked.
It worked, yep.
It's definitely not the quickest way around because it's going to damage your car coming through the grass. But you know what? I have confidence in these guys. We've already seen 2 caution-free races already this season with the Upper Edge Racing League. So I wouldn't be surprised to see this go green. But here we are, 8 laps in.
Battle for the lead, up towards the front. Almost dooring each other. Joe Lawrence challenging that top spot. He will get the race lead away from Walker Thomas. Oh, wow. Joe Lawrence up towards front. Where he, wonder if I can pull up his stats to see how he's been doing this season. And actually, I'm not even seeing him on the, oh yeah, I am. He's 12th in points. Joe Lawrence had a dismal couple weeks, actually, Dave. 39th at Martinsville. And back at Las Vegas 2 weeks ago, 21st. Last top 5 finish came at Auto Club back in July, 20th. Joe Lawrence actually making some noise in the early stage parts of this race. Hartenfeld is not too far behind, less than a second. But we got a battle on top for 4th, as in Bradley Burke. And, the 33 washing up. We're going 3 wide here, Dave. Oh, that was Corey Hoover in the 33. Got tight on exit of the corner. Now the number 9 of Trevor Rapolo is actually going to take advantage of this.
Yeah, that's the thing about Charlotte. got to take advantage when a mistake is made.
Yep.
You got to be in that spot because otherwise it's real hard to pass here at Charlotte. So you got to hope that driver makes a mistake, and when he does, you got to be in that position to pounce.
One thing as a driver, oh, we got a car really loose, snappy loose. That was Rhett McBride in the 77. Tremendous save right there. Another and that battle for fourth spot is still going on. Trevor Rapolo getting by Bradley Burke. Now Bradley Burke on that higher line, not the fast way to go so far. Maybe on exit of the corner, but on entry, man, these guys just kill you on entry on the bottom there. Turn 3 doesn't seem too bad.
Yeah, usually turn 3 is my killer, especially when you've got a car down underneath. You gotta watch coming out of turn number 4 as you're in that high lane, because if you hit that bump there or get on that throttle a little too early, you're going up and hitting the wall, and you're coming down.
Fennelson almost made contact with the 77 of Rhett McBride back here, and this is a hornet's nest, Dave, as you like to call it. Holy cow. All right, so these guys still battling side by side. Bradley Burke looks like he's under attack right there from Bronson Stafford in the 39 machine. Getting close to that left rear quarter panel. Don't want to get that close because you'll spin the guy out. All right, so that battle's going to continue on right here as the 77's on a high side now. Now, all this battling, Dave, that's back here pretty much, what is it? Where's Burke at? Burke's at the line right now in 5th. 5th on back. It's brought a lot of guys closer and closer into one bigger pack. I don't know if you've noticed that, but it definitely has.
Yeah, that's the one thing. When you're battling a driver for position, you're actually slowing you and that other driver down. That's going to let the drivers behind you get up on your bumper here, as we still see them battling. Contact made. Oh, car up into the wall. Car up into the wall.
Bradley Burke in trouble.
And he's going to keep it going straight. We are going to stay green flag racing.
Man, what in the world happened there? They were racing pretty good, though. I mean, I say that much. I don't know if there was contact. I don't think there was.
Well, I'll tell you
what.
what.
Yeah, there could have been. Yeah, there was. Rhett McBride washed up the track, put the 51 in the wall there.
We are going to rewind this back here, focusing on Burke here, the 51, as he had the 77 of Rhett McBride underneath of him, as they were side by side coming down the backstretch here. I mean, they were just inches apart coming into turn number 3. Yeah, he just washed up, bumped him on the front quarter, but I tell you what, Burke did a great job keeping that up, and then all the other drivers, such as the 5 of Joseph Tice, was great awareness, was able to get around him.
We almost had a collision course off of turn number 4. Fennelson and the 77 of McBride like almost crashed coming off turn number 4. Looked like the 77's utilizing that higher line now, and he got really close to that right rear quarter panel. But yes, Dave, the 77 does have damage from that contact with Bradley Burke.
Well, we saw the 45 of Carl Shedd. He was able to get around the 14 of Michael Fennelson and take away the 7th position. Is now Fennelson's coming back underneath of him, trying to gain that position back.
He definitely is. But there's some communication on the radio. I can't really hear very good on what they're all saying. They might be kind of having a little bit of a disagreement between the 77 and the 14 car. That would be between McBride and Fennelson. But nonetheless, nothing has changed up towards the front. Joe Lawrence now has increased his lead to a 1.1 second lead over Walker Thomas. Austin Hartenfels remains in 3rd. Actually, he's being challenged by Trevor Rapolo. Here comes Rapolo. He's showing some muscle in the early stages of this race, Dave, and we're just now completing 20 laps.
Yeah, we've already started seeing some fireworks kind of early here in the race, so it's definitely keeping me on the edge of my seat to see what's going to happen the remainder of the race.
Yeah, absolutely. And a driver on the move since the drop of the green flag here, folks, has been the 88 machine of Joshua Adams. Started 23rd up to 12th. So he's already gained 11 positions in the first 20 laps. So, good job on Joshua Adams' part. Hopefully you can keep it going. Oh, we got a spinner off turn 4, Dave, and he saved it. I think I know who that was. That was Bronson Stafford.
Well, let's pull up the Dre Broadcast and Instant Replay, see if we can take a look at the 39 of Bronson Stafford, see if we can see that great save there. I am now currently rewinding here.
Was that netcode? That may have been netcode between the 77 and 39. I don't think they really 100% touched. I don't know. What do you make of that, Dave?
Well, I'm trying to find it right here, so we're taking a look here with the 39 as he was running.
Yeah, he was running well in the top 10. Actually, he was running the top 5 at the time.
Well, unfortunately, I'm unable to find the spin, so we are going to go back live here. As Bronson Stafford is now currently running in 11th position.
Yeah, it looked like he was spinning, but he actually saved it, David, and he's still running out there on track in 11th place. So it was a good job on Bronson Stafford's part. A couple more battles going on right here. We got Carl Shedd getting by Michael Fennelson. At least that was a battle. 5 cars up high. That's Joseph Tice. 54 machine of Tom Bourne is trying to come back. So far, it's been clean and green since the drop of the green flag, with some close quarters contact from quite a few drivers. We do got a driver, I think, headed down pit road. It is Corey Hoover. Corey Hoover is headed down the pits. He is getting right sides or up. I just wonder if there was a problem on Corey's part, or is he planning on short pitting this thing? And if it is 100% fuel load, folks, if it is, that is a really, really early pit stop. But right now, he's out of here right now. So, got down, changed 4 tires, filled that thing up with gas.
Yeah, but unfortunately, with the way Charlotte is, though, it's good. I mean, he may go more than he's currently 1 lap down, but he may end up going 2 laps down here. As I'm taking a look, though, he is up to speed now, so he is going to go 1 lap down with that early pit stop here at Charlotte.
Yeah, I just wonder what kind of lap times he's really going to run compared to the race leaders. But we do got some pretty good side-by-side battling up here out on the racetrack right now. Michael Araya just passed Tom Bourne for position on the track. And right behind these cats, Shane Tyrion on the bottom, going side-by-side with that Riley Grant Davis in the 24 car. Those are some pretty slick paint schemes right there. Looks like that high side is actually starting to kick in, Dave, as I predicted. All right. Well, let's see here. Joshua Adams currently in 9th, coming from 23rd. And there actually has been a couple movers since the drop of the green flag. One of them has been the 77 of Rhett McBride. He's currently in 5th, started 11th. The other driver is number 14, Michael Fennelson. Started 13th up to 7th. Joseph Tice started 14th up to 8th. Driver that has lost ground since the drop of the green flag are 2 drivers, and the biggest one is Bradley Burke, who had that wall contact, started 7th, currently in 20th. And the other driver is Bronson Stafford, started 2nd, currently in 10th. And we'll see if who's going to get the On the Move award and the Tough Break award. I'm kind of giving out my own little awards here. Nothing's really changed up towards the front. Joe Lawrence remains your race leader, but actually Trevor Rapolo has knocked off 5/10 in the last couple laps. It's now down to 1 second. Might be closer this time by at the start-finish line. And it certainly is 9/10, so he gained a 10th. Austin Hartenfels is 2 seconds behind in 3rd. Rhett McBride is now up to 4th. We seeing anybody down pit road? Yeah, we are. We're seeing some takers, Dave. So it is a 30-lap window. So that means it is a 50% fuel load. We got Walker Thomas down pit road, Dalton Alexander, Ryan Dyson, and Bradley Burke all hitting the pits.
Yeah, as these drivers now 30 laps in, just 136 laps remaining. So we'll see what the rest of these guys are going to do. Could be a short pit strategy. That definitely sometimes does work out here, Charlotte.
Yeah, it definitely does. It depends on what kind of situation you're in, though, too. But that is exactly a true statement. All right, so I will be expecting some more takers here soon, Dave, since we have these early pit stops going on. Now, where is Corey Hoover? He has been running... Corey Hoover has been running 28 flats compared to the race leaders' 29.6s. That is a second and a half quicker each lap. That is a difference maker on tires, and that's huge. Holy cow.
Well, we are seeing first and second and third coming down on pit road. Joe Lawrence, Trevor Rapallo, Austin Hartenfels, Joseph Tice, and Adam de Blasio all coming down onto pit road here on lap 34.
Yep, that means that's going to turn the race lead over to Carl Shed in the 45 car. He is our Auto Club race winner earlier this year. Carl Shed currently, I do believe he was in the top 10 in the point standings. I'm pulling up up right now. Usually I do have it up. Carl Shed is 4th in points, yes. And Carl Shed's actually been having a good couple of weeks ever since that win. Any more takers? Not this time. Fastest lap out there on the racetrack is set by Tom Bourne, who just pitted about 4 laps ago. He's run 27 9s. The race leader's 29 4s. 44 machine, Michael Araya, our championship points leader, is down pit road, and I do believe, he won Martinsville a week ago. Down the pit road. Don't speed, don't overshoot your pit box. Everything will be okay. See here. Anybody else going to be a taker? 24 machine. Riley Grant Davis is down pit road. He's going to be the only taker this time by. Race leader still is Carl Shed. Rhett McBride 2nd. Fennelson 3rd. Joshua Adams 4th. Bronson Stafford 5th.
Yeah, but our top 10 right now, they are going to need to pit. They are the only ones that have not come down pit road. Everyone else currently 1 lap down or more. Actually, it looks like Corey Hoover, I think, has made it back on the lead lap. Yes, he has. Corey Hoover and Marvin Wingfield. Well, Corey's on 12 laps, but Marvin Wingfield is going to have to pit as he is 37 laps on his set of tires. But he's in the danger of going a lap down as Carl Shed is on him in a hurry.
Realistically, Dave, I would not ever want a caution flag to come out in under green flag conditions especially when there's green flag pit stops, because that just kind of messes up the field. Because if the caution flag right now would come out, Walker Thomas would get the lucky dog. Everybody else would probably have to take a wave around. But when you take a wave around, you can't pit. That's something to keep an eye on.
Well, we just saw Carl Shed get around Marvin Wingfield. So Marvin Wingfield now the first car a lap down, as they are actually beginning to catch up to Tom Bourne.
Robert Kenny hitting the pits. He was currently in 9th. So is Tommy Massey in the 05 machine. So 2 cars currently hitting the pits. Let's see if anybody comes down pit road this time by. And Dave, actually, I'm still trying to look on information on the fuel load, because these guys would have ran out of gas if it was 50%. So I think my calculations are correct on 100% fuel load. So I think that if you're pitting anywhere from 20 to 30 laps, that's kind of a little too early. Unless your car's like really handling that bad and you're screaming for tires.
Well, I mean, it's a possibility, but like I said earlier, it could be a come out to a pit strategy. You know, they might come in early, make up the time. The leaders will have to come down pit, and then they'll be on fresher tires there and be able to extend that lead. So we'll just have to see, as we are now looking at 125 laps remaining.
Corey Hoover gained about 6 seconds on Walker Thomas, and Walker Thomas was in front of Corey Hoover. So, I mean, that's a pretty big advantage hold right there, as we have Carl Shed hitting the pits. He's our race leader. He will surrender the lead over to, as soon as my timing and scoring updates, to Rhett McBride in the 77, Carl Shed and Michael Fennelson hitting the pit road. Okay. Time to get some 4 fresh stickers. Get on back out there.
Oh, the 77, Rhett McBride, man, he goes sideways trying to come down pit road. I said it at the beginning of the race, Tanner. The real challenge here tonight on the green flag, getting down on pit road.
Oh, man, yeah. I'm surprised he did not receive a speeding penalty. Pit road speed limit is 50 miles an hour. He really had to nail that thing getting down to pit road, because on track he was going about 157 miles an hour. That was close quarters there.
Well,
Joshua
he's
Adams
back out, so he did not get a speeding penalty.
Yep, he did not. He actually got to roll down pretty good, despite being sideways. But Joshua Adams is now going to be your race leader out there on the track. Expect him to be coming down pit road. Corey Blevins coming from 24th, currently in 4th. Corey Hoover has pitted. So I'm just counting Corey Blevins, Shane Tyrion, Bronson Stafford, and 88 of Joshua Adams left the pit.
Well, I tell you, I don't know about the top 3 staying out, because, or top 4, because all them guys that came in were a lap down. We are now back to 17 cars back on the lead lap. So these guys that pitted earlier are making up a lot of ground. That could be disastrous for our race leaders when they go down pit road.
Yeah, it can be really disastrous. I just wonder how much time you're going to be giving up the longer you stay out there. You know, it's just, man, it's really tough to figure that one out. But we're going to have to wait and see here, because where's Corey Hoover when he pitted? He's about 3 seconds ahead of Walker Thomas, which is huge. That gave him a lot of lap time. Actually, now it's knocked down to 2 to 3 seconds. And Corey Hoover actually had a faster pit stop than Walker Thomas. Corey Hoover remaining in the 5th spot right now. And as soon as the top 4 guys do pit, Dave, that is going to hand the lead over to Corey Hoover. Or top 4 guys.
Yeah,
Drivers. Go ahead.
I'm not sure about this staying out, but we'll see how this is going to play. I mean, they still got a lot of laps, 119 left.
Yeah, absolutely. A long way to go indeed. And I just hope that some of these drivers didn't mess up their fuel strategy as far as making it to the end. Because the longest so far I'm seeing right now, Dave, has been 49 laps. And it is the top 4 drivers. Adams, Stafford, Tyrion, and Blevins. So this is going to be, I believe it is a 100% fuel load if this is the case right here, since they're going to be marking 50 laps. So pretty much everybody surrounding the racetrack, Dave, I just think it was a mistake, a little too early of a pit stop for Corey Hoover to come down pit road. But here's the problem with night racing at Charlotte, Dave, especially if you're driving a fixed setup, and you probably know this as well as I do. The cars get tighter as you run out there. You can't adjust the car to the way you like it. Everybody is driving the same setup, so there's no cheating going on whatsoever. So, and you can't adjust tire pressures, you can't do track bar, you can't do none of that.
Yeah, but the only thing you can adjust is your steering ratio. So a lot of drivers like that fixed setup because it puts every driver on the same level.
And yes, this is we got some guys in the chat here tonight here, Dave. Yes, this is a fixed setup series. Just a mixed bag of fuel strategy going on right now. It's kind of interesting to watch. as the 77 is passing the 88 car right now for that top, or not for the top spot, but you can see the difference of tires. Huge difference too. And where is the 77 on grid here? 77, Rhett McBride's back in 20th. All right. So it's been 52 laps now for Joshua Adams, your race leader. Bronson Stafford second. Shane Tyrion third. Corey Blevins in fourth. And those are the top four guys who have yet to make a pit stop. Walker Thomas has passed Corey Hoover as well as Austin Hartenfeld. So Corey Hoover is going to back up to seventh. So those tires are starting to set in on Corey Hoover. Another driver that kind of pitted early too was the number 54 machine, Tom Bourne. He's back in 13th.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are now 53 laps here into tonight's race. So we are going to go ahead and step away for our first commercial break, and we'll be right back.
Don't let your first date be your last. Visit Healing Against Distracted Driving at CADD.org.
iRacing, you wanted the best, you got them four abreast. Often imitated, never duplicated. The greatest show on dirt, the World of Outlaws.
Welcome back to Charlotte Motor Speedway, as we just seen a big wreck on side-by-side view coming off turn number 4 featuring Joe Lawrence and Corey Blevins. Now what happened was, I looked at this in a couple of angles, Dave. The 78 machine on the bottom got really loose, and he really got some kind of boost coming off the corner after he got loose, and it shot him into the left rear quarter panel of the 25 machine there of Corey Blevins. And a couple of other drivers were involved with it. Trevor Rapolo involved. The 21 machine, Adam de Blasio's involved. The 44 machine of Michael Araya is involved. That's our points leader. Trying to see if any other drivers involved. No, they're not. But, wow, it was a pretty nasty wreck coming off the exit of the corner. As everybody did make a pit stop. Actually, the entire field made a pit stop. Including lap cars, and trying to see, I think Carl, who was the lucky dog? I'm not 100% sure. I think it was Carl Shed received lucky dog. Well, I'm going to double check on that, but nonetheless, we do got quite a few drivers on pit road right now. That would be Tommy Emsey, Barry Massey, and Robert Kenny. Corey Blevins is on pit road getting dams repaired. As we see our first caution of the evening, Dave.
Yes. Pretty good run, though. I mean, we've seen green flag pit stops, which I always love seeing.
Yeah, I always like seeing pit stops too. It's it's a great feeling. So that just means that we have everything in this race tonight. And the car that got the lucky dog is going to be the number one. Was the one car of actually it wasn't the one car. A couple guys actually had to pass the pace car. I'm still trying to figure out who was the lucky dog here. It was. No, it wasn't the 19. Actually, a lot of cars were trying to pass the pace car. I'm not sure who was the lucky dog. A lot of cars passed the pace car at the time. So, Joe Lawrence was involved in an accident. He was the leader last time by at the start-finish line. He's got some right front damage for sure. Joshua Adams, I believe, is going to be your race leader, as he is. So, Joshua Adams, your race leader, coming from the 23rd spot in the iBuyPower Chevrolet. Walker Thomas in second, Corey Hoover third, fifth place Austin Hartenfels, Joseph Tice rounding out the top five. We got the one to go signal right now, so that's your top five. And sixth place so far is Tom Bourne. Seventh place, Tommy Massey, who's actually down pit road. Joe Lawrence actually caught up. I guess he's eighth. Adam de Blasio is trying to catch up. He's ninth. Bronson Stafford rounding out the top 10. All right, that is going to be a mixed bag here, Dave. And actually, this caution put a few drivers a lap down. Drivers like Dalton Alexander, Rhett McBride, Bradley Burke, Robert Kenny, James Pascarella, Michael Araya, who was involved in an accident, one lap down. All right, pace car is going to be off. Going back green. Actually, he's already on the loud pedal. Green flag. We're back racing at Charlotte. Down into turn number one, Joshua Adams, clear all around. Side-by-side battle for third place. That is the first side-by-side battle between Corey Hoover and Austin Hartenfels. Pretty big, pretty good battle right here. And we also got a battle mid-pack right here. Rhett McBride, who is one lap down, trying to fight for that lap down spot. He's getting a punt and a push from Joe Lawrence. Tom Bourne on the lead lap. Rhett McBride is doing what he can to try to stay in the lead lap, because if there is a caution flag, he will get the lucky dog, despite if he stays out of any kind of incident on track. And we got a battle for second. Is that Hoover on the bottom? That is Hoover on the bottom. Oh, we got a car blinking now. It's Austin Hartenfels. And it looks like Hoover got a little loose, lost a little momentum. We had a lead change for the race lead as well. Walker Thomas taking the lead over Joshua Adams. So put Thomas on top of the boards. Pretty good racing going on here. Especially for there. Ooh, a little side drafting from the 29 machine. That's kind of cool to watch. Getting by Corey Hoover off the high side. Well then, it's kind of mixed up the field just a little bit, didn't it, Dave?
Yeah, most definitely, but right now the field's kind of getting spread out a little bit here. They got a pretty good pack here just running. Joe Lawrence involved in that wreck that brought out the caution. Currently back up running in sixth position.
Now for the race lead, Joshua Adams looked underneath Walker Thomas. Down in turn 3, could not complete the pass. Now this is going to bring Austin Hartenfels up to that back bumper of these fellas. He's in the popcorn spot. Oh, a little loosey-goosey in the 88 machine there. Well, everybody's pretty much on fresh tires. Top 4 cars are pretty much nose to tail. Here goes Joshua Adams again, challenging for the top spot. Side by side, down in turn number 1. And looks like Thomas is going to prevail off the high side. Looks like you can gain on the guy on entry, but man, if they're on the high side and they get into that gas, man, you launch like, oh, hot dog, oh, contact, 88 and Austin Hartenfels. Oh man, that could have been big.
Well, let's pull that up on the Dre Broadcasting Instant Replay here, as we are going to focus on the 29 of Austin Hartenfels, as we're going to take a look here at that awesome save that he just completed. So we are pulling it up now here. Yep, contact between him and the 88 as the 88 was down low. Austin Hartfield's up high, coming off the backstretch, coming down. Contact made. He goes sideways, a little dirt tracking. Has to let off of it, but he saves it, keeps it off of the wall, and keeps it going straight for Green Flag Racing.
How in the world did he save that? Holy cow. I don't think Bruton Smith could have saved that. Wow. Or Humpy Wheeler. Nonetheless, tremendous save by Austin Hartenfels. I mean, he didn't even hit the wall, for goodness sakes. Man. Well, that would put Austin Hartenfels back into the 7th position and in traffic. So we'll have to keep an eye on his status. Let's, how's our championship points leader doing, Dave? We haven't really talked about him too much tonight. He was involved in that last incident, and he just became the first car 1 lap down as Michael Araya in 17th. But he's got a little bit of a nest full of wasps ahead of him, battling for position and really nowhere to take his runs. He might get a run right here underneath Austin Hartenfels, and that is not for position on the speedway. Where's Bradley Burke in the 51 machine? He's just behind here, so if Burke was up there, you would have 2 races going on. It's really guys battling up towards the front right here, but this will be a battle for the Lucky Dog as well.
Well, that's if another caution comes out, Tanner.
Absolutely. I don't know. Rhett McBride's not too far behind either. Nor is Dalton Alexander. Actually, a lot of these guys are on top of each other, especially this group right here where Austin Hartenfels is at. Hartenfels is currently in 7th. Oh, he almost got his nose chopped off from the 54 machine of Tom Bourne. Side-by-side battle between Joseph Tice and the 78 of Joe Lawrence. Joe Lawrence surprisingly hanging in there pretty good. Actually, he was involved in that last caution. Oh, the 5 machine getting really loose. Oh, they had to split him 3 wide. Oh, yeah, he collected way too much of that bottom, way too much of that apron. Man, left, right, left, right. Way I play golf. All right, so Laraya actually gained by doing that, by taking advantage of that, and has pulled away from Bradley Burke. So if we do get a caution here, he will be the lucky dog. Nothing's really changed up towards the front, except the 88 has been keeping tabs with Walker Thomas. Good job on these guys running fairly well tonight. Joshua Adams got a bad, fast race car, though. So does Walker Thomas. Walker Thomas, first in practice, first in qualification, first in race. Can he sweep the day? We'll find that out in about, I say about 94 laps from now.
Yeah, he is. But the only problem is, though, is he's burning this stuff up, trying to hold off Josh Adams and Corey Hoover, because they are just right there, ready to pounce if he makes that mistake.
Absolutely. We're going to have to see here. Trying to see. Oh, we got a little battle with Joe Lawrence battling Laraya, and that's not for position. Tom Bourne would be the next guy to go for position for a top 5, but he's not side by side with Lawrence. And he's utilizing the high side of the speedway. Actually, he got a pretty good launch off the exit of the corner there. I don't know, you see any battles around here, Dave? Actually, I'm actually seeing a battle right here. Joseph Tice might be trying to take advantage of Tom Bourne, and that's a little battle of Laraya trying to get underneath Lawrence, just pulling Bourne and Tice back with these guys, nose to tail. Something to watch here. Battle for the race lead up towards the front, though. Looks like Joshua Adams tried going on the bottom side of the racetrack. Once again, did not work. Oh, he's going to get a big run off turn 4 here, Dave. Here comes Joshua Adams again. He had a big run off turn number 4. Here he goes, side by side. Entering turn number 1. I do believe Walker's going to get him right here. That's Walker Thomas in 18. Yeah, he's going to get that run off. Looked like a little loose on the bottom there from Joshua Adams. It is so hard to make this car stick. It just seems like this car is good on the bottom for the first short run. And then when you get later into the rung, it's just all high side. Tom Bourne battling Joseph Tice for 6th. Caution is out on the speedway. Figure out what the caution is for.
Well, that is going to involve the 28 of Ryan Dyson. As I pull up the Dre Broadcasting instant replay, is we are going to focus on the 28 of Ryan Dyson. It looks like coming out of turn 3 and
too much
4.
apron. He collected too much apron. Yeah, he got them. I don't know if you've seen it, Dave, but he got them left side tires below the white line, and it just snapped that car around. It just got loose. All right, so that brings out our second caution of the evening on lap 76. We are now on 78 as we are now trying to collect the pace car. And then pit road will be open this time by. All right, Dave. I assume everybody's gonna be coming down pit road this time by. I cannot foresee anybody just staying out there for track position. Too long of a run for track position. And so he does. And guess who's gonna get the lucky dog, Dave? Mr. Lariah, Michael Lariah, championship points leader, is gonna receive the lucky dog. There he goes. All right. Down pit road, though. Walker Thomas into his pit box. Don't want to overshoot it. Right side's going up on everybody. I'm not seeing anything 2 tires related. No, sir. No 2 tires. Everybody is taking 4 fresh tires. And out comes the 18. 18 does beat him to the line. Walker beats Joshua Adams in the 88. All right, folks. Well, with that being said, is Walker Thomas, Joshua Adams, Corey Hoover, Austin Hartenfels, Joseph Tice, and Tom Bourne winning the race off of pit road. We're going to take a commercial break here to catch our breath, and we'll be back for the green flag action. Don't go away.
Don't let your first date be your last. Visit People Against Distracted Driving at PADD.org.
Welcome back to the 2017 Upper Edge Racing League Profile Machine Products Cup Series, powered by Our Expression. We just had our second caution of the evening, so it's been pretty clean and green majority of the race. Walker Thomas won the race off pit road against Joshua Adams, who's in second. Corey Hoover in third. Fourth place, Austin Hartenfels, and fifth place, Joseph Tice. Tom Bourne's going to be in sixth. Seventh place is Bronson Stafford. Riley Grant Davis in eighth. Ninth place is Michael Fennelson, and rounding out this top 10 is Nick Massey. All right, folks, I got a little bit of a trivia question. Since we got on short on cautions this evening, this is going to be another caution. This will be another caution question. What is the fewest caution laps in a NASCAR race at Charlotte? What is the fewest caution? Not caution laps. What is the fewest cautions in a NASCAR race at Charlotte? The fewest cautions. I'll reveal the answer in a little while. All right, Dave, we're going to go back green here, and this restart's going to be controlled by Walker Thomas. He's been pretty much in control since the drop. All right, green flag. Back racing at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Big old jump by Walker Thomas. That's actually a pretty comfortable lead, and actually caught the 88 car sleeping. Oh, Hartenfeld's getting underneath the 88 machine. 88 thought about throwing a little bit of a block to hold his position. Did not work. He's going to settle back in the line behind Hartenfeld's. But that's a swap between third and fourth. Joseph Tice right behind this duo. Battle here. Fennelson is actually, where is Fennelson coming from? Holy cow. Fennelson came in that 14, came from 9th. Already gaining spots on the track. He gained 3 positions in 1 lap. That's pretty good right there. And he's coming strong on Joseph Tice. Who else throughout the field here? Tom Bourne and is on the bottom lane. He's going to dive into the corner, washing up the racetrack a little bit on Carl Shedd. That ain't good. That's going to lose a little momentum to Tom Bourne. Nothing battling. There's no battles up towards the front, but we'll keep an eye on it, though. Looks like Tom Bourne continued to... This is the first side-by-side battle will be Tom Bourne. Wherever Tom Bourne is at, he's on the bottom, and he's stuck there. He's getting passed by Nick Massey. And this is a battle for the top 10 spot on the Speedway. Shane Tyrion. Haven't heard too much of him tonight. Joe Lawrence is also on the high side as well. Michael Laraya got the lucky dog on this last caution. He's currently in 14th spot on the Speedway. Good running for Michael Laraya. A good way to get back on the lead lap. Now it's time to really go after it. Close quarter contact. Looks like Shane Tyrion may be a little bit in trouble. He kind of bobbled a little bit, and he did scrape the side door of the 78 machine of Joe Lawrence. No harm, no foul there. Both running pretty strong out there on the Speedway. Everybody's pretty much single file. Carl Shedd is actually going to go side by side here with Bronson Stafford. This will be a battle for 8th position on the track. Alright, and actually got a couple. Actually, got Carl Shedd's trying to get underneath Bronson Stafford, not working out too well. Oh, he thought about taking the high side. He did scrape the wall down the back straightaway, Dave. Ooh, that got a little XG. I don't know if you can read it, Dave, but the back bumper of Carl Shedd, it says "Got Lobster." I actually like that.
Yeah, gives them something to read when they're looking at his rear end.
Oh yeah. Nothing's changed up towards the front. Corey Hoover's having a good day. He's keeping really good pace with Walker Thomas. And Austin Hartenfeld is right there up there in the mix. The top 3 cars have split away. Joshua Adams was one of the fastest cars on that last run, Dave. But he's kind of losing a little bit of gap of the top 3 cars. Keep an eye on as well. Might have a battle for the lead shaking up. Nothing yet. Keep an eye on that. We'll have to keep an eye on that. Trying to scroll through the field here so I can see what kind of battles we do have going on the Speedway. Carl Shedd loose off turn number 4. Tremendous save. Wow. I think he clipped a little bit of the apron there. Yes, he did. Too much apron, just snapped right around. Tremendous save by Carl Shedd, but the downside of that, he's going to lose quite a few spots because of this. He's going to be outside the top 10.
As we are looking at it here on the instant replay, too much apron, as you said. dirt tracking it, coming out of turn 4, dirt tracking on the pavement, but great save, great driving there by the 45 of Carl said.
I don't know, that's more than one driver that has pulled that off tonight for sure. And we do had a car that hit the wall. That was Joe Lawrence. But he's okay. He still run pretty full speed. Didn't really scrub too much speed off. So the top, I'm trying to see here. At least the top, I'm going to go for, yeah, the top 15 drivers, or 14 drivers are literally side. Caution's on the speedway. What's the caution for this time? Tommy Massey? Nope.
That's going to be the 28 of Ryan Dyson. He is going to go through the grass as we pull up to Dre Broadcasting instant replay here, taking a look at the 28, dirt tracking through turn 4, gets into the grass, gets spun all the way around. He is trying to get it stopped. Nope, he is going to be completely sideways on the racetrack, bringing out our third caution of the night.
This is the second caution in a row for Ryan Dyson, spinning coming off turn number 4. So turn 4 has not been kind to Ryan Dyson tonight. But he does get it pretty good saved and wound up and saved. All right, Dave, this is the third caution, or yeah, this is what, the third caution of the evening? Yeah, third caution of the evening. As pace cars in turns 3 and 4, pit road is going to open this time by. Going to allow, I'm going to assume drivers are going to take 4 tires. This was a, let's see here, how many laps was that on that stint there? According to this, it was 15 laps, but that's including caution laps. So I'm going to say it was a good 12 to 13 lap green flag stint right there, and everybody is headed down pit road, and I mean everybody, with the exception of the wave around cars or the lap cars. First car that's going to get the lucky dog here is going to be Bradley Burke. So Bradley Burke's going to be put back on the lead lap. Down pit road. Everybody's on pit road here. Looks like the 21 machine's exiting the pits right now, but I think he is multiple laps down. Left side's going up on all the cars down pit road. Yes, sir. Left side's going up. And Walker Thomas, hard to beat that number 1 pit stall. And that's the advantage to the number 1 pit stall of Walker Thomas. Austin Hartenfels. Joshua Adams got 3rd. 4th is Corey Hoover. 5th, Joseph Tice. So this will be about a good 2 to 3 laps of caution laps right here. I think this time by at the line we should get the 2 to go mark. All right, so earlier I did say I did have a trivia for you fans out there here on the chat here. How many what's the fewest caution laps in NASCAR history at Charlotte Motor Speedway? I'll say it one more time before I reveal the answer. The fewest cautions in a NASCAR race at Charlotte Motor Speedway. The answer is 0. In a 600-mile race back in 1961. May 21st, 1961. That's a pretty good historical stat right there. Gen 6 NASCAR Cup cars. I have to see who won that race. I think it was on, what was that, 5/16 it was. Or 5/21, excuse me. That race was won by Joe Weatherly. Interesting. All right, so let's reset the field here for you. Looks like Adam de Blasio. I'm going to see, did he just go through the pits and not stop in his pit stall? Because it's showing him as a race leader. And actually, he was ahead of the leaders for some reason. He didn't actually, yeah, he actually just went, actually, no, he wasn't ahead of the leaders. He just went through pit road. No, but he's going to pit this time by. So this would surrender the lead to Walker Thomas, Austin Hartenfels, Joshua Adams, Corey Hoover, and Joseph Tice. Your top 5. Michael Fennelson is going to be in 6th. Adam de Blasio on pit road will be 7th, but he's on pit road. So it's technically 7th place will be Bronson Stafford. 8th place, Riley Grant Davis. 9th place, Tom Bourne. And 10th place, Joe Lawrence.
Well, the lights on the pace car are off. We are getting ready to go back green flag racing here at Charlotte Motor Speedway for the Profile Machine Products Cup Series, empowered by Horror Expression.
All right. Go green this time by here, Dave, and I think we got a couple more pit stops on our hand tonight. Trying to see here. Yeah, 71 laps to go. So if these guys can pit with at least 50 to go, Dave, they will make it to the end. Because the longest I've seen was like, what, 53, 54 laps. So here we go. Walker Thomas is going to go get a green flag here. And green flag. We're back racing here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Walker Thomas, not as big of a jump as the last restart. Austin Hartenfeld's in second on the higher side of the racetrack. He's going to drop it down low. He's going to, Corey Hoover thought about going low, but the 88 car was already there. Challenge for the lead, Austin Hartenfeld. This will be for the first time today. Hartenfeld can take the lead and lead a lap. Let's see if he can do it. Battling side by side. Walker's just really strong on that middle lane. To the high side there. Yep, way too strong. Walker's going to lead this time by a little bit of a momentum drop there for Austin Hartenfeld, as he's going to fall back to the front bumper of Corey Hoover. Joshua Adams and Michael Fenelson, your top five. Good side-by-side battles all over the speedway here, Dave, right now. I'm seeing a couple of them in mid-pack here. Actually, they're all going to try to go for single file here. Looks like the first side-by-side battle would be up towards the front. Yep, it is for the third spot. 88 thought about going around Corey Hoover, cannot make that bottom stick. If 88 is going to try to make a run, he's going to have to try to utilize that high line. Everybody's going to the bottom this time around. I know we're on fresh tires here, but usually you're using less tire if you're going to the higher side of the racetrack, because the bottom side of the track is going to be the shortest way around. I don't know, Dave. I'm not really seeing any really battle. Actually, there's a battle back there. Isn't that Carl Shed battling? That is Carl Shed battling the Bronson Stafford for 9th on the track. Still a pretty good side-by-side battle here. It's the only side-by-side. Actually, there's another side-by-side battle up towards the front. This is going to be Michael Fenelson getting underneath the 88 car of Joshua Adams. Battle for the race lead might be heating up as well. Ooh, ever so close, ever so fast. Wow. 195 miles an hour they are hitting the start-finish line and entering turn 1 at 202 miles an hour. At least that was Michael Fennelson's tachometer speed chart. Pulling some serious RPMs. 88 car had a little bit of a bottle, but he's still hanging tough for this 4th spot. And so far that high line is green with the 88 car. Carl Shed getting underneath Joe Lawrence for the 8th spot on the track. Oh man, and he slammed the door on him, man. Holy catfishes. Wow. Battle for the race lead is trying to heat up here. Austin Hartenfeld wants it, can't utilize that bomb to get it. If you're gonna, I'm telling you, Dave, if you're gonna want the race lead, you might have to move Walker out of that high line.
You know, I think it's going to be hard to do because he is guarding that higher line really well, as he has now led 49 laps of the 104 laps ran here tonight.
Yeah, he's been the dominant car, and he has been the dominant car in the last quite a few weeks here, Dave. So we'll have to keep an eye on all this stuff that's going on. Walker Thomas showing his strength, for sure. Joseph Teith, everybody's pretty much single file. I am seeing, actually, yeah, everybody is pretty much single file here. There's some battle in the back of the pack between Nick Massey and the 38 of Shane Terrian. Shane Terrian, I would expect him to be up towards the front, but he's been pretty quiet. We didn't give too much a shout out to Shane Terrian tonight. Shout out to him. Up towards the front. Actually, this is a Hornet's Nest right here with Bronco Stafford, Joe Lawrence, and Tom Bourne. This is a 3-car battle back here, Dave. It's these guys have been swapping positions back and forth. It's been nonstop. All right, get a drink there. But nonetheless, pretty much everybody's remaining a single file. There is a guy that's trying to sneak out here, and that is going to be the Corey Hoover. Trying to get underneath. Actually, he's being passed by Joseph Tice. So good job for Joseph Tice. Joseph Tice has been in the top 5 majority of the night, and he's been quiet up there towards the front. Keep an eye on as well. Joe Lawrence getting the bumper full of Bronson Stafford and Tom Bourne. Been a Hornet's Nest. Michael Araya has not been able to recapture his top 10 running position. He started 12th, currently is in 12th. He's our championship point leader. Battle up towards the front with a power move on the bomb side of the racetrack. That was Tom Bourne. He made it stick pretty good back here, Dave. Tom Bourne did. He's trying to pass 2 cars. He's trying to go for 2 for 1 here. Oh, he collected the apron, I bet. Here comes Carl Shedd. He's pitting. Oh, this is getting dicey. Woo, how do they avoid that?
Well, 57 laps to go. The question is, can Carl Shedd make it with just this last pit stop?
Man, I tell you what, yeah, I don't know about that. If anything, he's going to have to immediately clutch it as soon as he hits the first corner of the racetrack. All right, so this is an interesting strategy, Dave. Do you think, in your opinion, do you think Carl Shedd pitted too early?
Well, I mean, we did see people with 55, 56 laps on their tires. Then we had our first caution, so we didn't quite see how far these guys could run on taking fuel.
Yeah, absolutely. It was 100% fuel load, and the longest I've seen was 54 laps. If he can nut out a good at least 3 laps out of that fuel tank, he should be okay. Marvin Wingfield's hitting the pits right now. So, and I assume this would be the call for green flag pit stops. I think it's just a little too early. I'd say try to get it underneath 50 laps. If you can get underneath 50 laps, you can make it the rest of the way. Michael Araya trying, actually this is a 3-car battle. Ooh, Joe Lawrence loose on entry of the corner. Laraya's going to take advantage of this. 3 wide, Dave. I don't know, boys. I don't know if that was going to be a mistake. Oh, car on the wall. It's Lawrence. Joe Lawrence into the outside wall, getting towards the apron side of the racetrack. Everybody's going to get through unscathed. Sooner or later, that looked like that was bound to happen, too.
Well, we're going to pull the Dre Broadcasting Instant Replay up. We're going to focus on the 78 of Joe Lawrence here. Just take a look exactly what happened. As you said, they were 3 wide here with Michael Araya and the 54 Bourne. I didn't quite see any contact, but he slid up, hit that wall hard, but was able to get it back down underneath. Everybody get around him and keep it green flag racing, as we are now 53 laps remaining in tonight's race.
Yeah, now the clock is ticking down. Now it's time to figure out what your fuel strategy is going to be here at Charlotte. Looks like we do have quite a few drivers that have already pitted. Carl Shedd is actually, yeah, he's down pit road already. Something's wrong with that 45 machine, and he will not win tonight's race. The only driver that has pitted so far is Marvin Wingfield, but he's 2 laps down. That's the problem. Rhett McBride is out there 1 lap down, but 21 laps on tires. So everybody yet still has to make a pit stop. Keep an eye on this as the race goes on. So let's kind of go through the top 10 here, Dave. Give our viewers what's been going on here. Walker Thomas has been pretty much the dominant car since the drop of the green flag. He's led the most laps, first on the practice speed chart and qualification. Austin Hartfeld is in second. He has now just been overtaken by the 88. So let's go to the 88. The 80 car is currently in the second place. He actually dropped a couple of spots, but he's now back up there in second. Austin Hartenfeld is currently in third. Been in the top 5 all day. Michael Fennelson's been up and down the leaderboard as well. He's now cracked the top 5. He's currently in fourth. Joseph Tice has been quiet all night long, but he's running the top 5, had a very good consistent night. He is in fifth. The 24 machine, Riley Grant Davis, has been up and down as well. He's in sixth. Corey Hoover, I thought would have a fast, good old machine. He's right now being overtaken by Michael Araya for the 7th position. Araya was in 8th. Araya actually was a lap down at one point. He's back on the lead lap in the top 10. Corey Hoover is now 8th. 9th place, Bronson Stafford. And rounding out this top 10 will be a battle for the top 10 spot between Nick Massey and Tom Bourne. Nick Massey was at the line for 10th. Anybody come down pit road yet here? Anything I missed? No, nothing I missed. Well, pit road. We're under 50 laps, Dave. 48 to go. 3 cautions for 14 laps. Caution is out on the speedway, though. What is the caution for? This would bring out the 4th caution of the evening.
Well, that is going to be the 28 of Ryan Dyson back down in the grass. So we are going to take a look. It looks like the 77 got into the wall. Dyson nowhere to go. He is going to make contact and unfortunately not able to slow it down and bring out, I do believe that's our 4th caution here of the night with 46 laps to go.
Holy cow, I tell you what, Joe Lawrence almost T-boned Ryan Dyson. But man.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are 46 laps to go. We are going to take this chance to take our final commercial break of the night to give everybody a refill with their drinks, because this is going to be an exciting one here for the finish. We'll be right back.
Racing, you wanted the best, you got them four abreast. Often imitated, never duplicated. The greatest show on dirt, the World of Outlaws.
Welcome back, folks, to the 2017 Upper Edge Racing League's Cup Series of the Profile Machines Products Cup Series, powered by Our Expression. As we got a new race leader because Austin Hartenfels beat Walker Thomas off of the pit road, and it was a 4-tire pit stop. As you would think wow, yeah, he just sped that car up, Dave, and he beat him off pit road. It's actually a pretty cool race off pit road. So let's reset the field for you before we go green. Austin Hartenfels is your race leader. Walker Thomas in second. Joseph Tice in third. Fourth place, Michael Fendelson. Fifth place, Joshua Adams. Sixth place, Riley Grant Davis. Michael Arias in seventh. Corey Hoover in eighth. Ninth place, Nick Massey. Dalton Alexander in 10th. So this is a little bit of a change-up day because this is for the first time, I think, all day, that Walker Thomas is going to start on the outside road.
Well, we've seen him rock out outside as the pace car is now off. Tell you what, Austin Hartenfels wasted no time getting onto that gas pedal, getting out to a good jump. He knows he's got to get out front and block that line that Walker Thomas running. Here comes Joseph Tice. He is challenging Walker for the race lead on the inside. He is going to get it off of turn number 2.
Wow, dart towards the outside lane, carry that speed off the exit of the corner right there. And I'm telling you what, Austin Hartenfels, when he jammed that gas and he's seeing, contact between Walker Thomas, Joseph Tice, that backed up Thomas a little bit right into the front bumper of the 88 of Hartenfels. Good eyes of the 88 of Joshua Adams and Riley Grant Davis. But they're still side by side. Walker on the bottom. Now, Fendelson is up high. Austin Hartenfels just said, see ya. Caution is out on the speedway again. 5th time tonight.
Ooh, we have a car flipping. That is going to be the 21 of Adam de Blasio as we pull up the Dre Broadcasting Instant Replay. So we are going to have to take a look. I also involved the 39 machine of Bronson Stafford as we take a look here at the 21. Oh, contact between him and I can't see the car number, but let's take a replay here and see what we can find out as we are going to go to the blimp. Ooh. I'll tell you what, Adam de Blasio took a good lick there.
Man, yeah, I agree, Dave. Holy cow. I mean, I'll be honest with you. Tom Bourne was 186 and climbing his speed on the exit of the corner, and Adam de Blasio was 154 down the back straightaway and just pile drived the 21 of Adam de Blasio. So clearly the 21 machine was down on horsepower. Good cars got taken out in that wreck too. Bronson Stafford.
Well, we do have a lot of takers down on pit road. Michael Lariah, Nick Massey, Shane Terrian, Bradley Burke, Ryan Dyson, Tom Bourne, Joe Lawrence, Bronson Stafford, Dalton Alexander, and James Passarella all down on pit road as we are now 39 laps remaining here in tonight's race.
They all have fuel to make it to the end. We all know that. It's just a strategy of tires in these final 39 laps. How many caution flags are we going to get? Who's going to pit? Who's going to stay out? Who's going to gain the track position? We don't know, but we're going to find out. Austin Hartenfels is going to be your race leader. Joseph Tice in second. Walker Thomas in third. Fendelson fourth. Corey Hoover fifth.
Well, we do have 20 machines back on the lead lap. Tom Bourne, the last one currently on the lead lap, is we still have some cars down on pit road. Adam de Blasio trying to get some repairs. Carlos Shed still down on pit road trying to get some repairs. Looks like Rhett McBride is taking his car behind the wall. Same with Corey Blevins and Trevor Rapolo have all gone behind the wall.
Yeah, it's very unfortunate for them drivers, tonight that have some misfortunes. I am counting 20 cars still on the lead lap day. That's actually pretty good.
Yeah, we've had, I do believe, 24 cars start tonight, or 25 cars actually start tonight. 24 or 20 still on the lead lap.
Yeah, I thought 24 cars were actually going to take the green flag, but actually you're right. 25 cars took the green flag tonight and went at it. We should get the 1 to go signal this time by coming off turn number 4. So we'll just have to keep an eye on the pace car. If the pace car lights turn off, that is the 1 to go signal, and they all double file it up and ready to go. Well, folks, we're not going to be at a mile and a half in 1 week for the Upper Edge Racing League, the Profile Machines Cup Series powered by Our Expression. Next week, join us at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time at the Sonoma. Think outside the oval, folks. We're going road racing on August 24th for race number 8 of the Cup Series here in the Upper Edge Racing League. Then the week after that, on August 31st, is Daytona International Speedway.
Well, we saw an exciting Daytona race at the start of the season, so I'm actually kind of looking forward to that, seeing what these guys will do as they are now double file coming in and now just entering turn number 3.
Time flies when you're having fun, especially when you're up here in the booth doing these races here, Dave, because it just seems like it was a week ago. I just started my first broadcast with this group back in Atlanta back on, June 29th. So it's been a really fun series to watch. These guys do a lot of good, clean racing. As we're back green flag racing, Austin Hartenfels gets another big jump. That's 3 starts in a row for Austin Hartenfels to get a big old jump like that. Joseph Tice is in second place. He's got a shot to win this thing. It's just a matter of trying to get on up there and challenge Hartenfels. Walker Thomas currently in second. First side-by-side battle, though, is going to be for that 4th spot between Fenelson and Corey Hoover. Looks like Corey Hoover is going to get this. And looks like Fenelson had to back it off there. He was literally going to get into that back bumper of the 33.
Well, I'll tell you what, here comes Walker Thomas. He is on the inside of Joseph Tice. Challenge for that second position. He does not want to see the 29 of Austin Hartenfels pull away.
He doesn't, and the longer these guys battle side by side, the more I do think Austin Hartenfels will pull away, because Austin he's working with that clean air. So still side by side battle for second. Joseph Tice not giving it up, getting them nice runs on the exit of the corner. What can Walker Thomas do on the bottom side of the racetrack here? He looks like he starts to clear him on entrance, but Joseph Tice strikes back on exit of the corner. And they're actually not really, they're still keeping tabs with the race leader, Dave. I figured that Austin would pull away, but negative.
Taking a look here at 4th place, Corey Hoover. Corey Hoover running 4th, but the difference is he's on a little bit fresher tires than the rest of these guys.
Yeah, and actually Walker got by Joseph Tice here. Joseph Tice is having blinking problems here. Actually, Dave, I'm actually counting Corey Hoover the same amount of laps as the race leaders. But nonetheless, Corey Hoover really trying to work out that bottom, what Walker Thomas did. Not happening right now. Here comes Fenelson on the high side. Joseph Tice looks like his connections is actually stabilizing. so far. As, wow, this is a pretty close battle for that 4 spot there. Here's the 88 of Joshua Adams, who was leading earlier, but ever since then he's been quiet. Look at that! Look at Michael Fennelson. Elevator drop from the high side to the inside on Corey Hoover. Gonna try the inside road. Corey Hoover made that bottom work too. At the line, I do believe it will be Fennelson. No, they're actually saying it was Hoover at the line there. That would have been a pretty cool photo finish. Corey Hoover getting a nice run on the exit of the corner here. What other battles are going on the speedway? I don't know, Dave. There's a hornet's nest for that around that top 5 spot.
As I'm scrolling here through the rest of the field, looks like it's pretty much single file. I do think there's a battle back here. Looks like, yes, there is a little battle brewing on back here in 14th position. As Shane Tyrion is now being challenged by the 51, Bradley Burke, but they go back single file.
Yeah, that hornet's nest up here for that top 5 spot has been, it's the biggest battle on the speedway. That's all I can really say. Fennelson's on the bottom. He got by, actually he did not get by Hoover, but he's actually losing ground on the bottom side now as these guys put tires on here. Now, a little bit of an update on the drivers that pitted. One of the drivers that has pitted was Michael Laraya. He is currently in 8th. He is the first guy on fresh tires. Right behind him is Bronson Stafford, Nick Massey, and James Pascarella are on fresh tires. Riley Grant Davis stayed out under that last caution. He's currently in 8th. Just got passed by Laraya. Actually, he's trying to get back. Actually, he's trying to fight Laraya. But really, there's nowhere to go for Laraya because they caught Fennelson. All right, Dave. That clock is getting louder and louder as we're reaching this closing stage of the race. Austin Hartenfels is currently out front. Walker Thomas is in 2nd. Joseph Tice 3rd. Hoover is in 4th. Joshua Adams 5th. Oh, Riley Grant Davis almost hit the outside wall there. He pretty much fishtailed it. And that allowed Laraya to get a run off 4. Now he's going to get a pretty good run, but nowhere to go for Laraya. Laraya clears Riley Grant Davis. Nice pass.
Yeah, good recovery there by Michael Laraya. Was, I think, involved in one of the cautions, but now running up here in 7th. He is our current season points leader. Just 7 races in. This is race 8 of the season, so he's doing a pretty good job as he has now got around the 14. Michael Fennelson now got his sights on the 88 of Josh Adams, trying to break into the top 5.
Yeah, he has kind of come. Michael Laraya is. He's all over that back bumper of the 88. He's going to go towards the inside. Does he have the run to carry? Actually, he does have the run to carry. He's on that left rear quarter panel. He's trying to get side-by-side with the 88 car. He does get side-by-side with Joshua. Side-by-side down turn number 3 and 4. Now, here's the difference between Joshua Adams and Michael Laraya. Laraya is actually on fresher tires by about 5 laps than what Joshua Adams is. I would assume that Laraya can make that bottom work a little better. Hoover's tight. Watch it up the racetrack. We're 3 wide. Oh, my goodness. That could have been big.
That could have been bad because that actually sent the 44. He actually touched the grass in that dog leg. We all know you make contact with that grass, it's hard to keep control of that car.
Yeah, it it does not make the car happy. It really makes that car unstable. But Corey Hoover trying to recover from this incident, almost making contact with the 24 machine of Riley Grant Davis. Clears him. All right. Well, we're going to be coming to hit 20 laps to go, this time by at the line here. We'll see if we can get another caution to get these boys back up front. But I think Austin Hartenfeld is working with that clean air, Dave. I think because we haven't really seen we've seen the passes for the lead, but not as much as you would think. I just think once you got the race lead, man, it's really hard to give that up.
Well, taking a look at our race report, 5 cautions here tonight for 17 laps, and we have had 11 lead changes here tonight. Walker Thomas, man on point, leading 67 laps. Austin Hartenfeld leading 26. Joe Lawrence also leading 26. Joshua Adams leading 16 laps. Carl Shedd leading 9. And both Brett McBride and Adam de Blasio both leading 1 lap.
Bronson Stafford annihilated the wall off turn number 4. He's okay, but he's got significant damage on that right side of the race car and lost several positions because of it. So he's going to try to hang on for a top 10 spot tonight. Man. So yeah, only a couple different leaders. Some guys have led under a caution flag to get a bonus or to lead a lap, or if they have led under green flag conditions as well. Otherwise, we haven't seen too much battle for the race lead under green flag. Here comes Lariah underneath Joseph Tice, making them tires work. Autolates Chevrolet is coming to the front now, and he's going to hunt down the very best who's been up front towards all night. I don't even think Lariah even led a lap. I don't even think you call it his name, Dave.
Nope, Michael Lariah has not led a lap tonight, but he has moved up into 3rd as he has caught the back bumper of Walker Thomas. He is, just the difference in tires you can see.
Yeah, this is a pretty good racing right here. This is a really good race. Look at Lariah off the high side of the racetrack, off of turn number 4. He's gonna beat Walker. And actually, that was a power move through 3 and 4. He really got into the gas a heck of a lot better than Walker did in turns 3 and 4. Lariah is coming. 0.6 of a second is a differential between the race leader and Lariah. Austin Hartenfeld, who won the championship in 2016, has yet to win this season. And looks like Hartenfeld's got a little loose off of turn number 4. This is allowing Lariah to get huge ground on the race leader. And got to keep in mind, folks, Lariah won Martinsville last week, and he's also had the most wins last season.
Well, as we are riding on the in-car of Michael Lariah, he has wheeled in the 29 of Austin Hartenfeld. I think Austin Hartenfeld may be driving from the rearview mirror there, Tanner. I think he is seeing Michael Lariah on a mission here. He is going to try to block that lower line, but Michael Lariah is doing a real good job on that outside. Oh, is he going to be able to? I thought he was going to be able to power off of turn 2 and get to that outside.
And Dave, I thought the exact same thing. He might do it right here in 3-4, just as he did the Walker. Let's see if he can do it right here. Nothing happening yet. He gets a nice little run. He's getting a little run. He's going to get blocked, though. He kind of had it lifted. Otherwise, he was going to take Austin Hartenfeld out. And he's going to dive it down at turn number 1. They're side by side for the race lead. Lariah making use of these 5-lap newer tires than Austin Hartenfeld as he takes the lead. Man, oh man, with just 13 laps to go, coming to 12 laps to go, this time by at the start-finish line, it is Michael Lariah out front. Can he go 2 in a row?
Yeah, Michael Lariah leading his first laps here tonight. He is now our race leader with just 12 laps remaining. Question is does anybody have anything for him? Because I tell you what, that man was on a mission. He has got 5 laps less than all the other drivers on their tires. But he is making it seem like he had just come down pit road 5 laps ago.
Man, oh man, he's really making them tires work, Dave. I'm not lying about that. And I don't know. I don't think they're going to catch Lariah. Lariah is just too strong, making use of those tires, and what a difference 5 laps of tires makes on iRacing. And I know tires is really crucial. The tire wear is crucial on the sim. Man, oh man, that is a huge difference right there. Lariah was actually, where did Lariah restart? Oh my goodness, I'm gonna have to take a look back, because I'm definitely gonna look back on where, when was that last restart there? That last restart was lap 130. We are on lap 157. And at that time, Michael Lariah was in 10th place. So, in other words, he's gained 10 positions since that restart, and he's now the race leader.
Well, going a little further back here, we have a battle, almost a three-way battle, almost three wide, with the 24 of Riley Grant Davis and Corey Hoover, as they were battling over that 8th position. But right behind them, the 38 of Shane Tyrion, he is just watching as it looks like the 24 of Riley Grant Davis is going to edge out Corey Hoover here coming into turn number 3. Shane Tyrion, though, he kind of rode a real high line. He is looking to the outside of Corey Hoover through the dogleg.
Just seems like, and folks, this is a fixed setup league. And it just seems like Corey Hoover's car is just not the same as it was beforehand. When he was running in the top 3. I figured Corey Hoover, just by based upon his speed charts, he was 5th in practice. He qualified 4th. I mean, that really tells me that, okay, this guy's got a top 5 car. He should be in the top 5, and he was in the top 5. It's just, he's now falling back to 10th right now.
Well, 7 laps to go, still being led by Michael Lariah. Let's go over the top 10 here as we are counting down these laps. Michael Lariah, the man out front. Austin Hartenfeld sitting in 2nd. Joseph Tice 3rd. Oh, and the caution is out.
This changes everything.
Ooh, that is going to be the 14 of Michael Fennelson. He is going to be into the outside wall. Let's pull up the Dre Broadcasting Instant Replay here. We are going to focus on Michael Fennelson. It looks like him and Walker Thomas. Oh, man, I'm not sure what happened, but let's take to see if we can get a closer look at that. We are going to ride it just a little further here. Him and Walker Thomas side by side coming out of turn 2. Walker Thomas, I can't tell, but there was contact made between Fennelson and Thomas, and Fennelson's going to have the heavy price of hitting that hard outside wall. This is going to shake things up because we are only going to have 3 to 2 laps shootout for the checkered flag.
It looked like it was a side draft go wrong, Dave, because it looked like Michael Fennelson. Michael Fennelson's car is the only car that I've seen really moved that made the contact with the 18 car. He tried doing a little side draft, got too close, and it really loosened him up, and he couldn't hang on to it and hit the outside wall. But man, oh man. But hey, Pitts Road is huge and it's busy. Everybody's down pit road. I mean, everybody is down in the pits.
Not everybody, Tanner. Riley Grant Davis stayed out. Shane Tyrion stayed out. Bradley Burt stayed out. Ryan Dyson also staying out. Well, let's take a look here. It looks like Riley Grant Davis 41 laps since his last pit. Shane Tyrion 35. Bradley Burt 35. Ryan Dyson 35. However, coming off pit road on fresh tires, looks like Joseph Tice is going to beat Walker Thomas and Corey Hoover off pit road. So this is going to shake things up. Where is Michael Lariah? Michael Lariah is now dropped back into 10th position. Looks like he was 6th off of pit road.
I seen a lot of 2-tire pit stops there, Dave. I mean, I seen a lot of them. Coming to the line this time by, it's gonna reset our timing and scoring here. But and Riley Grant Davis, Shane Tyrion are gonna stay out. Caution lights do remain turned on. Oh, the Bradley Burke, he stayed out, didn't he? 32 laps, including caution flags, including caution flag laps. It has been 42 laps for Riley Grant Davis. Shane Tyrion, 36 laps. Bradley Burke, 36 laps. Ryan Dyson, 36 laps. Top 4 guys, old tires. Joseph Tice on 2 tires is in 5th. Walker Thomas on 2 tires is in 6th. 7th place, Corey Hoover on 2 tires is in 7th. Joshua Adams is in 8th on 2 tires. 9th place on 2 tires, Dalton Alexander. First 4-tire guy, Michael Araya, 10th. And I do believe Michael Araya is able to get back up there. But, yet again, we have about 3 laps to go. And you know what that means, Dave? Right now it's 3 laps to go and we got the 1-to-go signal. You know what that means? Green, white, checkered. Even though I just said iRacing doesn't have green, white, checkers. Well, sometimes, yeah, when the cautions fall just right, you get a 2-lap shootout. Get the green flag, next time by is the white flag, and then next time by is the checkered flag. 2 laps.
Is 2 laps going to be enough for these fresh tire guys to get around our top 4 who are on older tires? This is going to be exciting. It's going to be nail biting. So let's get ready as they are entering turn number 3.
Oh boy, buckle your seatbelts, folks. Get your popcorn ready. Don't spill it. Don't spill your soda or drink, or your soda or beer, because we're going green flag racing here. Is the 4 tires going to get them to the front? I don't know. They got to hope for this 1 lap to go green flag racing. Then they might have a shot. But it is Riley Grant Davison on 24. He's on the loud pedal. Green flag. He's spinning the tires because he's got old tires. But they all handle it pretty good as they're going to enter turn number 1. Here comes Bradley Burke on a little bit of fresher tires than Riley Grant Davis. Everybody, oh, here comes Walker Thomas. He's got 2 tires. They're wrecking down the back straightaway. That's Shane Terrian in the outside wall. Hits the inside wall really hard. No caution flag. Here comes Walker Thomas for the race lead. Getting challenged by Joseph Tice off turn number 4. Side by side on the white flag lap. No caution. And guess what? We're on the white flag lap. No more cautions. Joseph Tice takes the race lead. Corey Hoover in 2nd place. Something's happened to Walker Thomas. Something really is happening to Walker Thomas. I think he's out of gas. Something's happening. The cars are jostling down the back straightaway. Joseph Tice all alone. Can Corey Hoover catch him? I don't think he can. Big accident. Turn 3 and 4. It is Joseph Tice taking the checkered flag at Charlotte. What a race, Dave. What a finish. That was probably one of the best finishes of the season, quite honestly with you. Corey Hoover 2nd, Michael Araya 3rd, Joshua Adams 4th, 5th, Dalton Alexander. Unbelievable. Wow. That got intense, folks. Man, oh man, I wonder who was the driver that, I just don't know who the driver was that really took a toll into the outside wall. Nonetheless here, folks, we're going to try to get you some driver interviews here. Did have a little bit of a TeamSpeak / Discord problem. I think everything is going to be okay now. So that being said here, folks, let's try to get some interviews here. Let's start off with Joseph Tice. Joseph Tice, Stray Broadcast Network, do you have a copy?
Yeah, I got you guys.
Wow. Unbelievable, brother. I mean, how in the world did you get back up towards the race lead? Actually, I kind of figured those 2 tires would work out. But were you worried that they're going to spin the tires and just spin out right in front of you?
Man, I was just talking to my teammate Adam. I had 100,000 different scenarios of what was going through my head, what was going to happen in front of me, what was going to happen behind me. I got a bad restart, but I just hugged that white line as tight as I could through 1 and 2, and down the backstretch I had a good run. And, you know, I wouldn't have gone 3 wide if it was a lot earlier in the race, but when it's 2 to go, you don't give up those opportunities.
No, you don't. When it's 2 to go, you gotta go. You gotta go. I mean, there's no stopping you really, and you don't want. And the thing is, on top of that, you don't want to run anybody over. But at the same time, it's like, man, I gotta go. I'm on fresher tires. But man, what a whale of a job, Joseph. You were, and I called you out on the broadcast that you were just in the top 5 all night long, and you were just like the sleeper. You didn't really lead any laps except the final lap, really, and you were just a sleeper in that top 5. If things were the other way around with Walker being up there, Do you think you may have could have challenged Walker and Austin Hartenfels for that top spot?
I don't know, man. I was talking to my team. I was telling them I really, like you said, I felt like I was about the worst car in the top 5 all night. I would just kind of maintain. I couldn't really make any passes. And, if that tire strategy wouldn't have worked out and it had been green to the end, I'm pretty sure I'd have finished third because it was so hard to pass. I mean, you might get a pass off early, but if you couldn't get it done early, it was just so hard to pass. But yeah, I don't know that I'd have had this opportunity without that pit stop.
Hey, speaking hard of the pass, it looked like the bottom line of the racetrack was working on fresh tires, but it just seemed like as the run went on, it just seemed like that the higher line was the way to go. Would that be a true statement?
Yeah, I don't know. I was playing around with lines all night. I seen a lot of people that just kind of kept doing the arc from high to go low and arc from high to go low, and I would do that for a while, and then I ran the top a lot. Sometimes I even took the Larson line. I thought I was going to hit the wall, and it felt like everywhere on the track was about the same. It was just the car was really tight tonight.
Yeah, usually in a fixed setup at Charlotte, cars can get really tight, and it's a shame that we can't adjust to make it just a little better in a fixed session, but I guess that's why they call it fixed sets. But you got 2 wins this season so far here, Joseph. Congratulations on those 2 wins, by the way. You got one at Vegas, and now you get one tonight, and you also got a second place at Martinsville a week ago. Now the ball game has changed because we're not going to an oval. We're going to a road course, and that's Sonoma, probably one of the hardest road courses on a NASCAR Cup Series schedule, in my opinion. How do you feel like about your chances on getting a win or top 5 or even in the top 10 at Sonoma?
Well, I feel like I can hold my own and kind of get a top 5, maybe 6 or 7. But Corey and Austin have the road courses locked down in this league. They are phenomenal. Two of the best I've ever seen run road courses. So I'm pretty sure I'm going to be out of the win for that one. But I hope I can get at least a top 5, if not close to it.
All right, Joseph, congratulations on the win tonight. What a whale of a win and a whale of a race for you all night long. Congratulations.
Yeah, thanks. I really want to just say a quick shout out. Thanks to my sponsors, AMD and TechCrunch. I got to thank my team, Adam de Blasio. Again, I got to give it up. He was the one that told me to take 2 tires there. And Carl, unfortunately, he was having a really good night, but he had to leave early tonight. And Trevor just got in some unfortunate situations. So got a shout out to my team, shout out to Ryan and putting on this league, and thank you guys for broadcasting. We've got a great group of drivers here, and it's a lot of fun to just hang it out like this and knowing that you can really race people hard here.
All right, congratulations, Joseph. We will see you at Sonoma in a week.
All right, see you guys.
That was Joseph Tice, folks, finishing P1 on top of the board and a whale of a finish. Let's talk to second place, Mr. Corey Hoover. Corey Hoover, Dre Broadcast Network, do you have a copy?
Yeah, I got you guys.
Man, that was you've had a pretty strong night as well, but it looked like you really dissipated before that final caution came out. It looked like you were not having the race car that you had. Before I talked towards the end of the race there, did the handling on your car change dramatically as the race went on?
Yeah, it was really up and down throughout the race. We started off really good. We unloaded well in practice. Was up towards the front qualifying. But, the second run after pit stops, it just fell off. And then the third run was better. So we were up front. We had some clean air. Then after, the fourth and fifth stop, ever since those cautions came out, the short, quick runs, ever since, 10-lap runs, 20-lap runs, we just didn't have the car to compete with the 18 and the 29. But had a good strategy call in the end, took 2 tires and somehow finished second. So it feels good after the heartbreak last week.
I was just going to ask you, what made you take the 2 strategy call? But I guess this was the right reason, was to get a good finish, obviously. What was going through your mind coming to the restart like that when you're on 2 tires and also Joseph's on 2 tires, but you got guys ahead of you who's on older tires? As a driver, what goes through your mind when all that stuff happens?
Yeah, my team were looking at the tire data from last round of pit stops, and the left rear didn't really wear at all. So the left front did, which kind of helped you turn in, but then it got tight on the last lap there. I wasn't able to hold off, or I wasn't able to catch the 5 car. But it restarted pretty well. No tire spin, anything like that. And all the leaders with old tires just kind of drifted up, so allowed us to get through. And I think the 18 out of penalty, so that's a shame for him. But all in all, it was a good strategy. I'm glad I took 2.
Yeah, absolutely, Corey. And now with that being said, what if correct me if I'm wrong, from what I've heard from Joseph, you're the road course ringer, and if you are, because I know there's 2 Corys in this league, if you are, how do you feel like going to Victory Lane, picking up your first win of the season at Sonoma next week?
Oh yeah, swept the road courses last year. Cal Watmore will be in one of our cars next week. He's a good Australian road course ringer. We're bringing all the hard hitters for next week, so look for all the RCA and Bazaar cars to be up front for sure.
All right there, Corey. Well, we thank you for coming to take the time to talk with us tonight. That was a heck of a race for you, man. Whale of a race, whale of a strategy call. Congratulations on the 2nd place finish.
I appreciate it, guys. Have a good night.
That was Corey Hoover, folks, finishing P number 2 on a good old strategy 2-tire call. But let's talk to a guy that did not take 2 tires. Let's talk to a guy that took 4 fresh tires, and that would be Michael Laraya. Michael, do you have a copy? Dre Broadcast Network here.
I got you guys.
Michael, man, you were set up to win this race tonight. You definitely were. That caution came out with about 7 laps to go, and it was like, now what do you do? And you were one of the drivers that took 4 tires, and the other guys took 2 tires, and had some guys stay out with no tires. Did you felt like the 4-tire strategy was 100% the way to go, or what are your thoughts on the tires?
Oh, it was going to be a hard call no matter what. I just banked on 4 because I knew even with some guys going with 2 there, it was going to be such a handful with the amount of laps we had on the tire. So I just wanted to kind of play it safe because my night wasn't going that great, to be honest with you, until the last caution there, or the second to last caution, where I got a little bit more track position. So I kind of just wanted to play it safe and maybe bank on those 4 tires making enough of a difference, and it almost did. If I had maybe half a track more to go, I think I would have had it.
Yeah, absolutely. Maybe at least one more lap, because you were coming like a hard charger strong band. I mean, those guys that had no tires, they're pretty much sitting ducks compared to the guys with 2 tires. I mean, 2 tires just blew by them guys, but with 4 tires, oh boy, most definitely. Now, Michael, you were up and down the leaderboard pretty much all race long until that long green flag stint when you had 5 laps newer tires than the guys ahead of you, like Austin Hartenfels and Joshua Adams and them guys. It's kind of funny because here at Charlotte, tires wear drastically. At the time when you pitted, what made you think that 5 laps tires were going to be the difference maker?
I've actually I'm going to blow my strategy here to everybody, but I've had good success last year with that strategy, waiting a few laps after the leaders to pit in, and the difference with the couple lap fresher tires is huge. So I kind of banked on that. Like, man, if this thing goes green, I'm going to be sitting pretty. And man, it almost worked out for me. If this thing went green a lap or 2 longer, I would have been sitting in victory lane. But I'm just proud of the rebound I had. This race was very frustrating for me until 3/4 of the way through. We had some wrecks earlier in the race, and it really stacked things up back there, and I lost so much track position. I was just trying to claw my way back up to the front there, and I finally was able to start picking off cars and set myself up a little bit better, and I was able to position myself there really good at the end.
Yeah, absolutely. It was, it looked like you were kind of out of it for a little while, but man, once we seen you start coming through the field on 5 lap newer tires, man, it was like, man, if we don't get a caution, Michael's got this thing locked up. But the caution came out. But one more final question here, actually 2 more final questions here for you is, are you getting sick of 3rd and 2nd place finishes? Because it seems like you're getting a lot of those lists this year, with the exception of last week at Martinsville.
Oh yeah, it's getting a little frustrating, especially tonight when after all the attrition I was going through and I got the lead. I was like, oh, are you kidding me? But you know what? I'll take it. It extends my streak of top fives. I'm running really well, and you know, it's not bad to have some of these nights because it really tests your resolve, and just you got to keep your head in the game. You can't give up, and you just got to battle through, and that's what it's about. It's going to take that kind of mentality to win this championship.
Absolutely. Consistency is going to be the key thing, too, and also putting wins up there on the board will probably ensure you on a chase spot in the chase. All right, Michael, we got a challenge for you next week, and it's not going to be an oval, and I know you've been bad fast every single week, but next week we're going to Sonoma. How are your chances for keep this top 5 streak going and possibly another win?
I think I might be able to squeeze in a top 5 at Sonoma, but a win is going to be real tough because you're going to see some road racers that are just aces, notably Corey Hoover and Austin. They're both incredibly strong at road courses. So if I can get a top 5 there, I'm going to be pretty happy. But you never know with this race. Maybe something crazy might happen. I might just slip into victory lane. So we'll see.
All right, Michael. Well, so sorry it's not a win, but it was a whale of a run for you all race long, too. Up and down the leaderboard, getting the race lead, and also finishing it off with a top 3 finish. Congratulations tonight on a podium finish.
All right, take it easy, guys.
That was Michael Araya, folks, finishing in the 3rd spot on a 4-tire gamble. Didn't pay off for a win, but Dave, final thoughts before we leave Charlotte, pack her up, and go west to California for Sonoma.
Well, it was exciting. It definitely was a nail-biter from the start to the finish. Once again, these guys at Upper Edge Racing put on a heck of a show. Just glad that we were able to bring it for everyone to watch, and look forward to next week when not will they just be turning right or left, they're going to be turning right as well.
Absolutely, and just to document the final, that crash down turns 3 and 4. I am seeing somebody asking about that. I don't think we're able to pull up on a replay, but the number 29 machine, Austin Hartenfels, got tagged by another driver entering the corner of the racetrack of turn number 3, and it's just sent him around to the outside wall. So that was the crash down turns 3 and 4 on the final lap. Well, we would like to thank the league organizers of the Upper Edge Racing League for allowing us to broadcast this race tonight and other future races on the Upper Edge Racing League Profile Machine Cup Series. Join us next week, same time, same place, 9 p.m. Eastern at Sonoma. We're going right and left, so think outside the oval, folks. And also, the short track road course racing is the new short track racing. I'm Tanner Sharp. This is David Everly. So long from the Drake Broadcasting Network. Take care.